Why is ESCO in a box so unique? ESCO in a box is unique simply because it's the first of its kind. It is an innovative business model and franchise blueprint for starting and growing a highly profitable and highly scalable energy services company. There's absolutely nothing out there that's quite like it. I really don't like saying that because, hell, what do I know about all that really is out there? Maybe there is something like it. Maybe there's something better. Maybe I'm just another salesman trying to pitch something that is, oh, so one of a kind, so revolutionary, and a complete game changer. Yeah. Corny, right? Although I'm naturally a salesman, those words have become such norms for anyone who thinks they have something unique that literally just disqualifies you immediately to the person you're saying it to because it just sounds so goddamn cheesy. It's like saying to a girl, oh, you're so hot. Ha ha. A guy with experience talking to a woman would never say such a thing. So instead of using cheesy catchphrases, I'm going to use something that I know for sure to be true, have no inkling of doubt about in my mind, and have done the research to back up. ESCO in a box is to the ESCO industry what McDonald's was to the burger industry, what Netflix was to the movie industry, and what Amazon was to the retail industry. Put more simply, it is a solution that has the potential to become a major disruptor of the current status quo within the energy service company industry. Due to its relative newness, launch date of July 21, it has not yet had the time to actually disrupt anything, but I'm quite sure it will over the coming years. With that being said, let's begin to explain why ESCO in a box is so unique. Below are some of the things that all businesses, including ESCOs, must have to be able to operate successfully. Basic 9 needs to develop a successful ESCO company, or any company for that matter. 1. A clearly articulated solution to a perceived problem. 2. A way of clearly relaying that message to others in a way that's clearly understood. 3. A system and/or process by which that solution is delivered to a client. 4. Measures to be able to track the delivery of that solution. 5. Measures to be able to actively monitor and track the moving parts of the business that are required for this solution to be delivered. 6. A highly organized CRM system to be able to service your clients in the ways that most people expect to be serviced these days, which are easy, efficient, and seamless. 7. A way in which you can keep track of all the many different pieces of information that must be stored on file or in the cloud to be able to maintain operational efficiency. Days of paper filing are behind us. 8. A system for handling your finances, paying taxes, payables, receivables, payroll, suppliers, etc. 9. An individual and/or team of people that are qualified and who can lead the organization on the voyage to the said destination and is up for the battle of turning nothing into something. And a host of other things, but for now we will stop here. My point can be proven with what is already mentioned above. Now, to digress a bit, as I said, ESCO companies need these things just as much as any other potentially successful organization would. And to create all of these things from scratch is something all entrepreneurs and company execs know is no walk in the park. It is the foundation upon which the structure being built will use to withstand the elements that are inevitable, as certainly as Mother Nature's weather patterns will operate. If this foundation is not solid, then you know the rest of the story. I do not need to elaborate, as it was taught in grade school. The lesson was called The Three Little Piggies and the Big Bad Wolf. That story is the most metaphorical story for many things in life, but can be applied to business at infinitum. If your foundation is not strong, then the big bad wolf will inevitably blow your house down. And this holds true for business as well. So to continue, ESCO companies must build their foundation of bricks if they want to build it to last, and that takes time, effort, money, skill, manpower, systems and processes, frameworks, plans, strategies, execution, collaboration, teamwork, quality, and a lot of trial and error. Most companies are not exempt from this process, and being that 60 plus or more percent of the ESCO industry revenue goes to the large company segment of the mix, 300 million, who have already who already have brick fortresses made. The rest of the small and medium-sized businesses are left to build this out on their own in many cases. They have, excuse me, the rest of the small and medium-sized businesses are left to build this out on their own. In many cases, they have available a considerably lesser amount of resources than the larger companies. Now, if you did not read my previous article, I would advise that you do so before you continue, because if you haven't, you're probably thinking, where the fuck is this going? Well, here it is. What exactly do ESCOs need? Now, ESCOs are businesses that handle all aspects of energy efficiency enhancements, management and monitoring, and verification to ensure that the equipment is performing as promised. If not, they're contractually obligated to remedy it. I speculate that, like me, there are many companies that are now planning to enter, or have already entered the ESCO industry that comes from the lighting world. In my eyes, it is the natural progression for energy efficiency contractors and businesses to explore the ESCO business model as it closely relates to what we are used to. So, if this is the case, then as stated in my previous article, what kinds of systems and processes are they bringing into this space? I would like to think otherwise. However, it is highly likely that they will be bringing a lot of the same unstandardized methods that were developed in the past 5 to 8 years during the beginning of this industry, which will not be good, nor will it be conducive to the success of that business, at least on a high level. They will need something to help them develop standardization and processes, a framework for how to build a highly profitable, highly scalable, replicable business that can deliver a superior product and service with guarantees in place to make sure that that superior product and service is delivered over and over with little variation. A plan and strategy vetted for legal adherence on how to deal and manage with all other parties involved in the delivery of this service, such as subcontractors, financing partners, utility personnel, community organizations. How will all this be handled? Who has the plans in place? Who knows how to develop the plans? Who even knows that the plans need to be developed, etc.? I hope I stated my case because I would like to now state why I think ESCO in a Box is so uniquely suited to solve all of these problems. What's so great about ESCO in a Box? ESCO in a Box was developed between 2018 and 2020 by having been awarded a £1.05 million grant after winning a business model innovation competition titled BAZI, or Boosting Access for SMEs to Energy Efficiency. It is literally $1 million set of documents created by arguably some of the leading minds in the clean energy or energy efficiency space within the UK for how to grow and scale an ESCO business. ESCO in a Box is a franchise business model developed specifically for the ESCO market to provide an entire go-to-market strategy to be able to launch properly with all the previously mentioned, quote, basic ESCO needs, provided within one concise framework of systems and processes encompassing all elements of business operations. ESCO in a Box is an operating manual for how to develop, launch, grow, sustain, and scale an energy services company the right way. It is literally a framework consisting of everything you will ever need to grow and maintain and provide sustained value to clients and contractors over and over again. It is what is needed to begin taking steps toward easing some of the common barriers experienced when trying to make the case to others in regards to the value and benefits of standardization within the industry. ESCO in a Box documentation set. So this is just a quick little showing of all that comes within the ESCO in a Box documentation set. Each one of the sections here to the left are specific subfolders or segments of marketing, contractor, framework, how to deal with subs, project development, and all these links are things within those. So, and this is just a very shortened version. Excuse me. ESCO in a Box documentation set includes solutions to all 9 basic needs mentioned above. 1. Startup package. This package contains some key critical activities crucial to starting up a new ESCO, as well as key information such as what is contained in the license agreement that you have signed and the expected project process flow. 2. CRM software package. ESCO in a Box aims to support both technical and non-technical ESCO staff through the process of producing ESCO project pipelines from sales and business development through the completion of successful projects. This is underpinned by a customer relationship manager, or CRM. CRMs usually focus entirely on the business development aspect of the project pipeline, but the ESCO in a Box solution provides a CRM which wraps around the whole process, even producing automated calculations and simple populated reports. Marketing package includes resources to help you develop and implement a comprehensive and cohesive marketing plan in order to generate demand for projects. Contractor framework. It is critical that the ESCO has a pool of qualified contractors that can be called upon to provide proposals during the implementation report phase of the project. ESCO in a Box provides you with a framework that will help you qualify a range of contractors and an agreement that holds them to standards required to serve an ESCO client. Project development process. This section provides details for developing an ESCO in the Box project at every step of the way, covering the steps from an initial desktop diagnosis to a full implementation report. Finance package. This section contains guidance on the activities required to provision and select finance offers for your ESCO's projects, as well as an overview of the types of finance available to you and what's required to apply for each. Project implementation process. Following on the project development steps discussed in Section 5, this section explains the steps involved in delivering or implementing projects, e.g., the actual works carried out by one or more of the contractors. Post-project support. With project installations and work completed and commissioned, e.g., all completion tests finalized successfully, this section details your further service level obligations within the development of operations and maintenance, and the measurement and verification. And last but not least, contract templates. Here you'll find an overview of the key provisions in the main contract templates used in the ESCO in a Box process, which include workflow and template documents for energy assessments, project development, contractor qualification, and quality assurance. So as you will have access to this link, you can go to all of these links and actually see the summary documents of what are within these subsections. So in conclusion, ESCO in a Box is what the industry needs and is a solution to the problem stated in my previous article titled "The Problem with Energy Efficiency Contracting." New World Energy has been awarded the first USA license to operate the ESCO in a Box operating system. We aim to use this operating system to rapidly accelerate New York and New Jersey's decarbonization efforts, and will deliver decarbonization at scale by standardizing traditional and siloed business practices within the ESCO industry. Our goal is simple: to do all that we can to provide solutions and support to help accelerate our race to a decarbonized planet. I don't feel like we alone can save the world, but I know for sure that we can damn well try. Until next time, peace.